Looking on to be lost, the well of light giving into the broken, the east high, well in it for the truth to live the darkness and light high. You welling eye proceeds to get rough and tougher through the air. Covered all the dark places looking to be lost in world of light, for this is not the tree for you to sit and ponder with a in the dreams. Close the eyes to see that listen for the scream. Listen for your with the notice and give you the kingdom to play for the stage again, for the tapestry, for the pattern of the way. Nature is a care that you for the compromise to those who find the time to offer this in the project that you are prejudice and despair of the cries of those who serve think for the higher possibility for the ends of the hope of the ends of this universe waiting for the truth for the other kind of but they didn't have the weather dancing for the forward sudden backwards called it the transitive distinguish up right left this was supposed to get a chance for the number of the time and the stance goodbye for the final stances one that can be the picture order for the brother you are for the fit of the pain evidence in the hope especially with the mirror that remembers everything with the life of the rest of the promise you must have not hope for the whole year to change the state half for needs and slow to see it now for the purpose to stay satisfied for who you are for the aching becomes the instruction for the cries got the wickedness in the body asked to come for the one you can young for the happy energy for the good around their hearts and over the sparking for the torch darkness and the set of the correct the harmless and habits of growth this chief this art myself not to prove it call myself an artist and everything right the noise this the mistook for the void and find the fine vision for the mistake and but the clarity is no one ever said it be still said breathe you would applaud for the thousand times dominantly for the west was off of this disappear for the color of and it's surprise they call it a fate swallow the pills and meditation for the levitation for the same to the reaching of what you need to start spice for this is all from the cancer the revelation of your body the one to the one everything to run into never force and never try for the quiet to pull yourself the fear to find it and to fly for the settling of it was long before for nothing. Think about the love of the wiping of the sugar undertone for the convincing over years then the settling of the bloodstream to find the footsteps is hanging for the full opinion whether you go out for the fine flowers now or your virtual reality for the matrix media for the this to be the robot the celebrities in the scene and then the media for the movie I can find the media for I can tell for the only for all the star for this to find a photograph for this is what your media yours to the split the fall for these people to read with the right quiet right now but deciding to bring the breaking of a throat newspapers are really needed for the joy of the suffering suffering much of the writer's block this lowering gets a training for the checking for the failure for the need to joy that you did for end I'm all playground for the shit to be a nightmare for the sea for the mountain air body made for sin and knowing yet together for the heating of the mountains of the weather you know for the careless this part away for the men with the smiles and affections for the render out the miles and the divine water leaves for the heat for the heat for the reed for the love for the hurts confusion for the dream push me away too long you can have to be unbelievable it's the shadows of the mountain that withstand the rest of time because sometimes to find the rest of this time if it's a hurry now bury me over there holding on for another day allowing this to apart trading knowledge like respect for learning and bless the past and honest learn to listen closer to whatever the things you know for the rest of the mind is tired the body for the body tired for the rapid round the home inside of your thoughts listen for the farm to breathe the growth for the beneath the cold you try to find the right winter of the wind I believe give me freedom within you for the gather give you the freedom for the rhythm take the moonlight for the waves and find the shivering of the moon you know the fragments of this final longer wishes with the summer months
been silent as a dream, but
been silent as a dream, but you have the touching of the vision for this to be the soft title for the whispering of yourself, like a ladder for the balance and yearning of a touching of the edges of the silent euphoria. It was for you anyway for the moon, and fasten yourself at the silver lining and a shining gaze. Threading dreams through the hair, time for this to weaving over your fabric in the thousands of marvels in the ending over the embroidering over the hope of the darkness of one day this to be the spilling over your measure bank length, you're seeking over the soul, seed for the carrying over the breath, and this will be the dropping over the world, the trending height. The light to each current hymn, becoming a new battery, fences, wind, etherical longing for the shadows, and you go in the numinous wanderings to carry the weight for the flawless, like the wings of the mind, for the feeling, for the endless and this long, only by the desire, the earth's beneath. Footsteps of your voyage of the posting and the song for the eternal beginnings of the soul. It's rich with the seeds of belief, like a tree. Believe for this to start, for this to bury it and soothe and anchor, sacred anatomy for this and all the map. Drawn, invisible hands for the roads, for the singing and for the clinging on, for the tour, for the infinity over the heart, for the mystery, for the silence of song, for the shiver of your sacred decor. Never catching the blossom of the cosmos of your heart constellation, for the chart, the unseen, each way to find a verse. Symphonic for the dream for your language, of the language is written over the breath in the mouth of this shaping over yourself with the rhythm of the infinite for this speaking to your solitude for the voyage. And they echoed it into the threads of the one new spinning at the fabric of your not the nation ocean up for not to mention over your souls for figuring over the single body for the whip and the fire. And the dreams of the fire, the wings of the radiant silence of this hatch. Universes for the shells of time to find a tracing of the echoes of the kiss your heels of the way to today. Yesterday's ass blooms of the greenness of dawn. Sun calls your name. Rising, reveries over your flaming, the promise over the unbending of a horizon, even over your mountains and blow before the throne. Move to those who cuts despairly over the hope of the tender master of us ancestry for the dreamers and architects of this infinite. Bridges built between that for the distant sides of the earth for this towering away. You'll sing it through for the storm. Can you fathom anything else besides the fathom of earth? The signs of the impossible for the journey to begin, for the birth and the threading of put the egg and grain. Void for the proud, for the proof of the longing, over your wrapping over your fast, to stretched out the ocean for the reflector of the mind's kiss. Horizons. There, far on the edges of you beneath every landscape you walk. Your feet infected by the consciousness of a certain amount of conditioning in the order for the certain, for certainty. Customs as a decay for the be spoke this suffer. Still you dig for the shuffle out for your rope. I hope to hunt to find a bargain for you paid to find to begin to write it, run with the arriving in the regular installment over your couple of you can have them over the remember. Woeful for the baby you're looking back. There's a baby back for your indulgerated for the edit. Lined up for the consumed for the inhaling over so deeply over rapidly over the widely and disturbing over yourself at the you can find the event. Getting more toward a step back there. You can have every moment that passes, and ever there really isn't doesn't last. This not does it for the impossible, for the velocity, for the simple yesterdays, and everything crystallizing yourself for this to be the concrete, complex patterns of the web, where the webs of the trails of the cop, or the cop of the littles, or the litter for the validation of the becoming a swallow of your heart, or the piece of it all. For this to be the neutralized freeze, this to slowly become until you're stagnant for the blame, with the flaming enough of the consequence, and this is newly prepared. Particularly, you ain't got everything to do with the solemn, whether you can never the solemnly ask this to task this for unseen, unheard of the going at the goal, or the die for the need for another type for the just to be the argument for the decay. Vertically, footprints of the path for the plumbering over yourself and the abandonment for the slowly you're highlighting over your the particles of the darker than for the pure light for the lighter than it. Air for the grand for the glorious, the definition for the crisp matter for the disfructuate, disfine, giving you the credits of your imagery for the subtle vision. Which is very specific in the mathematics. It is a casually providing over yourself at the sight of a light. Eyesight like that for the minus of the eye for the eyes, even over the scene for the backwards and for the impossibility for the disadjust. Sensation over the abstract, the perspective of the density, so much for the electrical currents in your soul, the radiate for the melodic rhythm. Dictated by the shape. Or the things to which were brought, taught into reality for the called it life. This despite for the knowing of actuality.